The race to 270 electoral votes ended overnight. Donald Trump is projected to become the 47th president of the United States.
He has 279 electoral votes so far. Trump also earned the popular vote, 51 to 47%. His margin over Vice President Kamala Harris is at more than 5 million votes so far.
Trump spoke to supporters around 2:30 this morning.
Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve.
Harris supporters left her watch event at Howard University in Washington last night. Some defiantly chanted, "We won't go back." Cedric Richmond, Harris's campaign co-chair, spoke around midnight, saying the vice president will be addressing supporters later today.
Here's a breakdown of the Electoral College map. As the night went on, it was clear that the path to victory relied on Pennsylvania, but the blue wall Democrats had counted on was broken. The Keystone State was called for Trump right after 2 a.m.
Action News reporter Catherine Scott is live on the Ben Franklin Parkway with local reaction. Catherine.
That's right, guys. This was a hard-fought election. Pennsylvania was a key area. We saw so much attention leading up to Election Day. Now we know the result.
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And to every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future.
Donald Trump took the stage to declare victory around 2:30 this morning at his campaign watch party in Florida, not long after Pennsylvania was projected to swing red. Trump told the crowd he won the Electoral College and the popular vote. On stage with his family and supporters, he thanked voters and everyone who helped his campaign, saying that this night ushered in a new golden age for America. Throughout the night, GOP voters gathered at a watch party in Newtown, Bucks County. They felt the Trump campaign had the momentum, and many were feeling optimistic.
I really like a lot of his policies. Truthfully, I don't agree with everything, but I'm really hopeful.
I'm also first-generation immigrant here, and it's very important for me because, I want to see people come into the country, but legally. That's what I'm more passionate about.
Bucks County's put a lot of time in it. Door knocking, doing unity tours, and I think especially here, there's been a lot of sweat and tears put into it, and I think this county especially be really happy.
Meanwhile, Trump's transition team is setting up shop. They're preparing to move full-time down to South Florida from New York. We're live along the Parkway. Catherine Scott, Channel 6 Action News. Matt and Tam.
All right, thank you, Catherine. And it looks like it is also a red sweep in some critical congressional races in Pennsylvania. ABC News is projecting Republicans will gain control of the Senate. And you can see just a few races out there remain undecided.
One race that is too close to call is the U.S. Senate race here in Pennsylvania. Democratic incumbent Bob Casey and Republican challenger Dave McCormick both left their election night headquarters without a winner declared.
The GOP does indeed hope to flip Pennsylvania's 7th congressional district in the Lehigh Valley. Republican Ryan McKenzie is currently leading incumbent Democrat Susan Wild. Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher is live in the Satellite Center with the latest from those campaigns. Good morning, Brianna.
Yes, good morning, Matt and Tam. Although this race hasn't officially been called just yet, Republican challenger Dave McCormick is feeling good about flipping Democratic Senator Bob Casey's seat.
And it looks like we're headed in a very good direction.
As votes were counted, vibes began to shift at both headquarters. Eyes have been on Pennsylvania for not only the presidential election, but also the Senate race between three-term Democratic Senator Bob Casey and Republican challenger David McCormick.
We need leadership. We don't have it, and we're going to get it.
While a number of votes remain uncounted, McCormick is leading the vote early this morning by 2 percentage points. In Casey's hometown of Scranton, the mayor told supporters to go home for the night, that hopefully the results would become more clear today. Casey is seeking his 4th term, but has called this his toughest re-election yet. McCormick is making his 2nd run for the Senate. He lost in the Republican primary back in 2022.
We have been so honored to campaign across Pennsylvania. 450 visits in every little town and every city.
In the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania's 7th congressional district, 3-term Democratic U.S. Representative Susan Wild is facing State Rep Ryan McKenzie. As of this morning, that race still hasn't been officially called, but McKenzie is feeling confident.
So she had millions of dollars coming in from Washington, D.C. that we didn't have. And at the end of the day, though, I will say this, that money doesn't determine who wins a campaign like this. It is the message, and it's about what you're actually going to do for people.
Race hasn't been called just yet, but ABC News is projecting that the Republicans will now gain control. We're live in the Sat Center this morning. Brianna Gallagher, Channel 6 Action News. Matt and Tam.
All right, thank you, Brianna. And Democrats own the night in Delaware. Two winners are making history.
The state is sort of an outlier with this red wave this morning. Aliana is here with results from the first state. Aliana.
Yeah, Matt and Tam, good morning to you. It is certainly a day of firsts for two candidates who sought to bring change to the first state. Now they get their chance with an unprecedented win. State Senator Sarah McBride will become the first openly transgender person to be elected to Congress. She will represent Delaware's sole congressional district in the House of Representatives.
I hope that tonight Delaware helped to send an important and potentially life-saving message to a young person who's currently struggling, that they belong and that our democracy is big enough for them too.
We're bringing bright hope to the United States Senate.
So McBride will fill the seat held by Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester, who ran to fill retiring Senator Tom Carper's Senate seat. Blunt Rochester, who you're looking at, won yesterday. Her win yesterday sets her up to become the first woman and first black person to represent Delaware in the Senate. Now, our neighbor, Maryland, just elected its first black senator, Executive Angela Alsobrooks. So for the first time in U.S. history, there will be two black women serving in the U.S. Senate at the same time. Matt?
All right, thank you, Aliana. Delaware's outgoing governor is about to become the new mayor of Wilmington. John Carney won the Democratic nomination in September and did not have any Republican opposition in the general election. Carney was term limited as governor and could not seek re-election this year. Democrat Matt Meyer will take over for Carney as governor. He won a convincing 56% of the vote. Meyer, the county executive in Newcastle County since 2017, defeated Republican Mike Ramone, a state representative.